content are you looking at?
So yeah, I'm basically going to use for our explainers. I'm hoping on creating characters or personalities
Okay.
that people can relate with and see when they come to the galleries page. So the content is just graphics that people can easily read
Okay,
or explore for
this
themselves.
content you're talking about, does it depict the Western modern way of doing things, or there is an iota of art and culture with your illustrations, with your contents?
The illustrations themselves are meant to be Africans and Nigerians, even in the traditional Nigerian way. I already
Okay.
created two, a woman and a man in the Agbada and
Iran,
the Iran Buba.
Oh, nice.
So the illustration itself, at least the process, still seems Western since they are the ones that began it.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean we can't employ it in our own methods.
Mm.
And most of us already deal with our phones every day. Most of what we deal with is digital on a day-to-day basis. So an illustration is not far from it.
Okay, I love the fact that you depicting the the culture part of it. At least nowadays when people tend to create content, do illustrations, probably adverts and all. You can, okay, for example, you can imagine seeing a book in in a secondary school, a primary school, and you put let's say Europeans on the cover page of the book, or probably in the illustrations of the book, and not using illustrations that these kids, these children can relate with. And and due to so many, even when you check magazines, newspapers, and so many publications, you see a lot of European images or illustrations, whereby adapting our own how do I put it, our own face, our own way, adapting it into our illustrations. What do you think about that?
I think we have already been used to, like most of the cartoons we watched as children or kids were made by the Europeans and depict the Europeans themselves. So the image of a cartoon or an illustration is very easily just first thing that comes to your mind is not somebody that looks like you. But even if it does, it's not from here. So that is what we grew up with. But we have slowly started merging or started coming to terms with the idea that it is not just strictly that.
Of course.
And I think it just gets easier when there's more of it out there, more of people who look like us as illustrations or stories being
Exactly.
told as us by us.
Exactly.
So it will be easier to come to terms of things like that and understand that illustrations are just digital visuals as we've been doing before they brought digital to us
And can be in any form in which we decide
to do it.
to do it. Oh, that's great. So, okay, are there any work or any projects you're working on right now?
Currently, I'm still working on the explainer visual for the works in the gallery.
Okay, sorry to cut you short. The explainer you just mentioned, I know what an explainer is, but for listeners at home and those that are listening to us, can you explain what an explainer is? If there's a word like that, like explainer you're talking about, can you just give an explanation so that they can catch the idea of what an explainer is?
It actually, as the name entails, it explains or it gives information about an image or a certain event in form of a graphics or a video. A lot of the videos you see doing reviews on things, they are explainer videos. Or if you want to understand something, you can search it even on YouTube. They are usually explainers. So it's meant to be a graphic that would explain and describe an artwork that is being exhibited at the gallery for anyone to be able to interact with and see.
Oh, that's great. So aside that, any other thing you're working on?
Mostly that is most of what I'm working on, and I'm also working on a, how do I put it? It's a design for, I'm out of words.
Okay, the design you're working on, like how does it is it for the gallery, is it for a program, is it part of what the gallery needs on their social media page?
It's something that they'll find useful on their social media page,
Okay,
but it's also meant to create a persona for the gallery.
for the gallery.
So when you think of the gallery, even if you don't see the gallery visually, you'll still be able to at least attribute it to something.
Something.
So it's
That's
something
great.
that they should be able to enter. It's some when they think of the gallery or when the name of the gallery is mentioned or
Okay.
even search, something you come across. So a visual that you always see,
Mm.
similarly to a logo,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's
But it's
meant
different.
to be. It's different.
Okay. Oh, it's nice having you on this program, Oju Inu Agba Oye, once again, and we hope that we'll see more of you and to be able to share your success stories while you're still serving your fatherland. It's an honor you
Thank you.
coming here on this program again. Thank you for coming. And listeners at home will be seeing Mr. Jopello, a youth corper serving in Oyo State Ibadan, the Tudolade Art and Culture Connections. And this is an individual who has been contributing with his skills to promote arts and culture in his own field, in his own way. So we'll see more of him on this program next week. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned while I bring our second guest on the program. Thank you.
Love your neighbor, sing a song of justice for peace around the world. Sing a song of hope for children, sing a song of rejoicing spirit, sing a song of prayer. You have a voice for this new song to sing. I've been told as I get old, this world could cease to be. The world I knew as a child has changed, but for the better, I'll disagree. The world of a youth has changed its tune and its greed and money they would sing. The family unit has lost its fire. Mom and dad are doing different things.
You're welcome back to the program Oju Inu Agba Oye. Our listeners at home, as you all know, this program is a program worthwhile listening to, and we'll always give you the best or bring guests to the program. And today, this afternoon, I have here with me somebody. Okay, don't let me do too much sugarcoating. Okay, I have here with me a wonderful personnel, a civil servant, and is many things, an arts and culture person. And today I have with me Mr. Kayode. Oh, I've mentioned his name already. Okay, so good afternoon, sir.
Good
You're welcome to the
afternoon.
program Oju Inu Agba Oye. Okay, to
Thank
our
you.
listeners listening at home, can you please introduce yourself?
Oh, well, like you already let the cat out of the bag, so
Okay,
I'm just probably going to just add my surname to it. Like you said,
Okay.
my name is Kayode. I'm Kayode Kundeji.
okay,
And I'd like to correct something from what you said.
Okay,
I'm not
Deji.
a civil servant.
oh, okay.
I'm a private individual.
Mm,
I run my personal business, but
Okay.
I have flair for art and culture, and
okay.
I think that's.
Okay, so what do you do, sir?
Well, I wouldn't want to use this avenue to advertise
It's
what I do,
an
but
advertisement,
actually,
then what do you
actually, I'm into management consultancy,
okay,
and we specialize more on HR,
human
as,
resources.
human resources. Yes.
Okay. So, as we all know, okay, you are in Oyo State, Ibadan, and you know about at least as a private individual who is into human resources, you know a lot when it comes to dealing with people, whether private or government, and like we all know, the second time of Engineer Sheyi Makinde, the governor of Oyo State, and he has really done a lot in his first time, and he's in this second time he's still doing a lot. And part of what he's going to focus on in this second time is based on tourism and agriculture. I know that there is no agri without culture. So the word agriculture still has culture in it, and data to tourism as well, they go hand in hand. So what can you say about what the governor is doing, working on with these avenues, agriculture and tourism?
Well, I don't know. I can't precisely say the exact time. I think this is my second time on this program,
Program. Okay.
and my first time here, we really talk extensively about what the governor intended doing even before he even won his first time in office. Yeah. Incidentally, Engineer Oluseyi Makinde happens to be somebody that I have a personal relationship with, even before he became governor. And I think I said back then, is part of his vision for Oyo State, even before he became governor the first time, was there's nothing that's going to stop Oyo State from being an agriculture hub. And when you talk in terms of land mass, arable land, Oyo State has it. And I mean, it's somebody that is forward-looking, and he has a lot of experience in private sector. So having to bring that to bear, in public services, and so personally, I'm not surprised.
Okay.
I'm not surprised about his giant achievements. He did very well, exceedingly well first time. But interestingly, most governments, when they have their second time, they just go to sleep. Enjoyment. But his own case is quite different.
It's still working.
He's even doing better than the first time. So if you look at in terms of what he has done in what are those areas called when you're talking about I forgot the name of this area where they have this agricultural stuff in Oyo State. There's a massive job going on there in terms of agriculture.
Okay.
And Okeogun, yes, Okeogun axis is doing, greatly well in that area in terms of agriculture. And when you look at places like I don't know, he's saying and he likes to.
Yes.
The government has really done so much in terms of agriculture, and he's still doing very well. And I'm sure what I'm going to say now is not going to be news. There was a time he had to even gather the youths and sent them to, was it Nasarawa, to go and learn some things concerning agriculture and what have you. And I mean, you see, it's only a madman that wants to do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. So he decided, like, okay, fine. Probably this is the way we've been doing it here, but we can go outside of your state and learn something different and bring it. And I can assure you, in no too distant future, you start seeing the impact of those guys that are, sent to those areas to go and learn one or two things and brought it to Ibadan. So, and when you talk about just like you said, agriculture and culture, they are interwoven.
Yes.
You cannot actually separate one from the other, because for you to plant and harvest, there's a culture you need to put into place, and for culture to remain alive, you need to eat. So agric comes in. So the two of them are just, you can't separate them. And I quite appreciate even some of the things he's doing now concerning our culture, because I believe Oyo State has what it takes to be the center of the center of even culture. In terms of culture, we have the Orioke Mokola there, and there are so many areas in Ibadan here that we can actually turn around. So I just want to appeal to the public that we should not expect governments
to do everything.
It's if you really want a good result or a better result, because it's doing very well now, but I know that it can still improve more. On whatever he's doing presently, because and I know him to be somebody that, like I said, I have personal relationship with him, so I know him as somebody that is not going to rest on his horse until he has taken Oyo State to an enviable level, which of course I only pity whoever is going to succeed in entering a very big shoe that is going to leave behind. So, but I just want people to come together. There's this Yoruba saying pé àgbájọwọ́ la fi ń sọ̀yà, ọwọ́ kan ò gbẹ́rù dòre. No matter what the governor is doing or whatever he's doing in his government, is going to do far better with the support of people, citizens of Oyo State. Sorry, I'm going to say this biblically. Say, 1 week 1,000, 2 week 10,000. So the more the merrier. So we just want people to come around, support the government. Is doing very well, but of course there's room to do far better than this, because of course èèyàn kò ń jẹ́ àwàdé, ọ̀pọ̀ èèyàn ló ń jẹ́ jọ̀mọ́. So we really want, and I know that with the encouragement he's getting in Oyo State, the sky is the beginning, not even the limit.
Not even the limit, the beginning.
Yes, it's the beginning. So I think.
All right, so thank you for coming on this show today. We appreciate you. Listeners at home, you've had it. We need to support the government. You know, I used to say it quite a lot on this program that we don't leave everything to the government to do. And apart from that, when we say the government, who are the government? We are the government. So
Exactly.
the government, the Oyo State government, by the leadership of Engineer Aloore is doing so well, but can do much more better when we as the masses, when we support him, we support his administration, we support influential and buoyant citizens and even investors. So we could come in and support what this government is doing, so that we can see Oyo State as the center of agriculture in southwestern Nigeria. You know, that is just like you said, you pity the person that is going to pick up the shoes, because he has really done a lot of works, and for someone to continue in that part, the person must be up and doing like Engineer Seyi Makinde, so as to keep the ball rolling. So we appreciate you, Mr. Akayode. Thank you for coming on this program, and we hope to see more of you on this program, Oju Inu Agba Oye.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, sir. So listeners at home, stay tuned while we round up the program with a wonderful piece from us. I'll see you. You'll see Mr. Akayode, more of him on this program, and he was going to, you know, shed more light on so many things that we do not know. So thank you for coming, sir. We hope to see you some other time. You're welcome, sir.
All right.
Your regular host of the program, Anima Shangoke, and we appreciate our chief host in person of Prince Tudo Odulade, the chief curator and founder of Tudo Odulade Art and Culture Connections, for this opportunity. Well, it's a new month, it's November, and I have a poem to encourage, you know, people out there. You know, a lot of people have been working since the beginning of the year, and this is November, and someone will be like, I've not done this, I've not achieved this, I've not achieved that. But then have you looked back to see how much you've achieved silently, without taking, you know, cognizance of? Have you looked back because you have a lot to look back and be grateful for? So here's a poem. I'm dedicating this poem to everyone out there struggling, hustling and bustling every day to make ends meet. So this is a poem for you. Don't lose hope, keep hope high, and, you know, keep doing what you're doing, because you don't know your payday. Okay, the poem goes as thus. In the depth of a year, there is much to behold, a journey of stories both silver and gold. For those who have been toiling since the year's dawn, hold your head high, for a new day is drawn. Though it may seem your dreams are far from sight, remember, each day brings a chance to take flight. The struggles you have faced, the battles you've won, are lessons to cherish under the setting sun. Embrace every moment, the joy and the strife, for they carve out the tapestry of your life. In the tapestry threads, you will find every tear, every laugh, every triumph, every fear. So as November's breeze starts to whisper and play, reflect on your journey, give thanks on this day, for the best is yet to come, with hope burning bright. In the remainder of the year and each following night, your effort as seeds in the garden of time. With patience and care, they will surely climb, to reach for the stars, your dreams to explore. With gratitude in your heart, you will endure even more. So keep your head high and your spirit aglow. In the grand tale of life, you are the star of the show. with the promise of tomorrow your heart can't deny. For greatness and joy awaits beneath the November sky. So this is a poem to everyone out there. Keep doing what you're doing. Your payday is near. Don't stop grinding. And like I used to say, never be defeated. Do not let anything defeat you from getting to your goals. So thank you, listeners, for joining us today on this program, Oju Inu Agba Oye. You can always watch this show anytime at your leisure time on www.facebook.com/Aloore Radio, and also on YouTube at Aloore Radio. And you can log on to the website www.aloreradio.com, and you have inquiries or you want to support this program, you can call on the number 090-3985-3731. Thank you for joining me on the show today. I'll see you next week, same time, same station. I remain my humble self, Animashan Goke. Cheerio.
Bring you everything from breaking news.
President must know that this is a bad time for our nation. We must look for foreign support to save this nation.
World news, sport, music,
Girl, I just want me with you like guys.
and many more. To listen to our programs, follow us live on all our social media platforms, on Facebook at Aloore Radio, Twitter and Instagram at Aloore Radio. You can also subscribe on our YouTube page on Aloore Radio. Make sure you click on the notification bell so you know when we are live. This is Aloore Radio, the voice of Oyo State.